Hello, I'll label this the part 11 of a Seshat series, but I just want to share a series of shorter links, but they're reasonably good enough, and they have references throughout these. But so got the goddess Seshat. So in this particular image, you see with the later description of her symbol, and there you see the earlier description of her symbol. But these palm fronds, early counting tool. Seshat connected to weights and measures, the goddess of architecture, such as other things. The female counterpart of Thoth, her name translating to the scribe. So close connections to Thoth or Hermes, astronomy, architecture, math, and these other features. So she's said to be either both the daughter and the consort of Thoth, but also a connection to Anubis, according to some traditions as well. So this will be link 1 in the description. Astronomy, geometry, weights and measures, counting out the years of the pharaoh, the stretching the cord ceremony. And so, I'll just be putting these in there. So in the pyramid text, the coffin text, and the connections also to the Book of the Dead. But the female scribe, the lady of the house, Nephthys, goddess of the dead, but the connection to Seshat, because she would build your house in the afterlife. She's also important so according to one tradition, she was also the mother of Anubis by Osiris. Principal sanctuary in Heliopolis, the center of record keeping, she being the record keeper. Heliopolis, the center of philosophy, astronomy, got to keep records for that. So this will be link 1, overseer of a royal weapon effort. So this is a slab stealer from the Western Cemetery there in Giza. Again, you see the connection there as well. The scribe, another feature. And, well, there's a bit of, so depending on, okay, no, I won't link all of those for now. I'll do that. So you have, let me pause a moment. Okay, so I'll link all of these too. And so this is a breakdown of Belmonte, Sheltout, and Fekri. So it's a Egyptian archaeoastronomy study. Now this will be link 2, and it talks about the astronomy connections, orientations of temples. So for instance at Karnak, that hieroglyph for the year, and winter solstice, well, 4,000 years ago it would have been closer, so looking down there. Now also the symbol of Seshat, and possible connections to what the Romans called it the Groma, ancient surveying tool, Seshat being connected to surveying. So there you can even see aligning to the North Star. Previous episodes went into stretching the cord ceremony. Okay, so this will be link 2. Now following those, I'll put in some important chapters, especially by Juan Belmonte, Egyptian calendars. This is chapter 4 from a series of published work to talk about timekeeping calendars, astronomical alignments. This is chapter 6, and again a lot of Egyptian constellations and astronomy. I already linked this one previously, but again chapter 7, the stretching the cord ceremony, talking about the alignment of temples and the connections there with geometry, astronomy, architecture, fruit of Seshat. And this one too, now there's an interesting, I won't go into that too much in what I'm saying now, but what we have is the mooring post and some of the astronomy there. Yeah, so okay, I won't say, but this will be linked, and also this one, the doors of your sky, okay, mentioned in the pyramid text, The doors of the sky are open you, the doors of the firmament are thrown open to you, even those which keep out the plebs. The mooring post cries to you, the sun folk call to you, the imperishable stars wait on you. And it also mentions the important star of Menet, being the little bear, and this being the mooring post, and the Hemus sector, the stars rising over Heliopolis, primary sanctuary of Seshat being Heliopolis. Okay, so these will be links 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Another short, this will be link 8, and going through some of the connections to Seshat. Now you will find, again, links on the side talking about these things, and those links will also have source material as well. So again, Seshat, the counting, the accountant, the record keeper, mistress of the house of books, the great one, lady of the letters, all described in the pyramid text and onwards. So very important, very clearly referenced, repeated, very important feature. Ancient history. Okay, this will probably pop up just in a random search, but again, I'll put this one in. Not sure about this one. Let me review. So again, talking about Seshat stretching the cord, and there are a few references in there, so that'll be in there too. This one. Okay, there are some references in there that can be followed. I'm not sure. And okay, this one's a short, but again, for instance, the titles: Mistress of the House of Books, Lady of Writing, Mistress of the House of Books or the House of Life, the Libraries, the Record Keeping, Lady of Building, Lady of Builders, Stretching the Cord, She of 7 Points, Horns, a Female Scribe, Seshat. So that's from the coffin text, for instance. Seshat opens the door of heaven for you. Okay, I'll drop that in there, but you pretty much... Okay, now this one's not too bad because it'll also list the coffin texts, edfu text, and give you source material to follow. So CT, coffin text, spell 709, 68, etc. And the links to Seshat and also some sources down there. This is a very short one. She is the head of the House of Books, the record-keeping, the writer. Yeah, okay, a mistress of the builders, and for instance, the Edfu, where is one of these stretching the cord ceremonies. The Edfu texts also talk about the actual procedure in some detail, but she bore the epithet mistress of ground plans and writing. Okay, I'll drop this one in here. Should I? Yeah, so you'll get again the record keeping it now. Doesn't have many sources to follow through there, but if you begin with the other ones, you'll see that it seems to be pretty accurate in regards to sources, even though they're not sort of listed here in this particular site. So these will all be listed along with Juan Belmonte and his team, looking at astronomy, astronomical connections, Seshat, stretching the cord, the North Stars, the alignments of temples along the Nile, following the Nile and their orientation, especially to Sirius, being one of the helical rising of Sirius, connected to the seasons, such as Arket and the flood season. So all these, this is not too much. Just like these high officials, such as Weponefret, the priest of Seshat. We also have, I might as well drop this in, but Kahab our Sokar, and amongst his high priest of Anubis, god servant of Sokar, god servant of Seshat, god servant of Seth. These high officials, scribes, architects, accountants, especially being connected to Seshat because, well, she's the record keeper. More important than Thoth in those ways, because Thoth is Seshat invented writing, Thoth taught it to the people. Thoth would do account, Seshat would double check it. So it's very, very important, at least the equal of Thoth. But from the Old Kingdom onwards, her role would slowly diminish. Okay, so these links will all be in the description. Just trying to try and finish off this series because just the amount of information and connections to Seshat is very large, and I'm more than a few hours into this Seshat series. I just want to get it out of the way. Okay, all these links in the description, archaeoastronomy ones especially, very, very interesting in regards to the alignment to the North Stars and to the calendar and to the rising of Sirius. And with that, hope you enjoy, and yeah, all the links in the description. I'll also drop, okay, I've already left those. In previous episodes, I've dropped a number of links, so I won't be doing those again. I'll just be putting these that I haven't placed in the links before. So with that, enjoy. Plenty of information to go.